Welcome to Biz Alchemy, a podcast about creating a new business paradigm by women, for women. I'm your alchemical host, Jacquelyn, and I'm going to take you on an extraordinary adventure to create a business filled with ease, fun, spaciousness, and abundance. Hustle, be gone. Let's birth a new way. Welcome back. Today I am showing up for you with my cup full, which is probably pretty good considering we are talking about the sacral chakra today, and this will tie in a little bit. But I had just such a gorgeous weekend, beautiful spring weather, just hanging with friends that I have a really deep heart connection with, exercising, swimming. I swam both days in the ocean. Oh my God, so good to be back. And did lots of gardening and planting a vegetable garden in my new place. And that for me is just like, oh my God, the perfect weekend. A couple of heart-to-heart connections. Oh, dinner out for my friend's birthday, just her and I, one night. Good food, good gardening, beach, sunshine. This is one happy Jacquelyn showing up for you today. And it's interesting because today we are talking about the sacral chakra and 3 ways that your sacral chakra impacts your business success. And so much of what I was just talking about actually really does have a big impact on my sacral chakra energy, which means that I'm showing up for you in a very different way. Well, not that different. I mean, I often have this, so I often show up for you with my cup full in this way. But if I didn't have that time, actually, even last weekend it was a bit the opposite. It was very inny. I had a lot of time on my computer because I was doing accounts and things. It was raining. It was a different energy, but it didn't energize my sacral in the same way. It probably energized my base because it liked the spreadsheets, but it didn't energize my sacral in the same way. So this is sacral chakra energy, and it is vital for a successful business. So let's get into it. So the sacral chakra is the second chakra. It's in the area of the lower abdominal area. It's orange and it's a yin chakra. It has a watery energy. And this is so much the energy that we'll be embracing in the equinox balance retreat, which is on Friday, the 23rd of September. There's a lot of sacral focus in that retreat, even though we'll be looking at all the chakras, but the sacral chakra really speaks to the yin aspect of business. And so if you are interested in joining me for that petite retreat, it's 2 hours long. It's held twice, so it caters for all time zones. And you can find the link in the show notes, or else go to jacquelynatkins.com and you'll see it on the homepage. And it's $11 to join me for that experience. But if what I share with you today about the sacral chakra and you feel like, oh my gosh, yes, I want some more of that, well, the retreat will be perfect for you. It is a very yin space, so it will help bring more yin to your life as well as to your business. Anyway, sorry, got sidetracked there, but just as soon as I said about the yin and the watery, I thought about the retreat. So the sacral embodies the energy of creativity, attraction, sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, abundance, play, spontaneity, as well as the cycles. And so I often see this very connected in with the earth energy, with our connection to the earth energy through the cycles. And the stronger and clearer your sacral chakra is, the more aligned and supportive your relationships will be. And in your biz, it's this chakra that attracts your clients and resources. So when I look clairvoyantly at a sacral chakra, what stories, beliefs, memories do I see that change the frequency of vibration of the sacral? So one can be that you feel uninspired, you lack creativity, things like writer's block. You just stale almost in your energy. Boredom can be another thing that shows up in the sacral, or lacking motivation, which comes from a lack of spontaneity, a lack of fun, a lack of play, and being too controlling to allow the energy to flow through you. There can be feelings of limitation and restriction because the sacral is about abundance. And this comes from thinking that there is a finite amount of everything, a finite amount of love, of money, of friendship, of ideas, of clients. And so there is no flow, as you'll see. Flow is a common theme here for the sacral. So there's no flow because of the constriction. There can be repressed sexual expression that's connected to the sacral chakra, a fear of the cycles of life and death. I mean, we live in a society that fears death or delays death. I mean, look how we delay death, really. It's unbelievable. There is such a fear of death. We resist being part of the cycle of life. Again, we just want to stay in the yang part. Forget the yin. We don't want the yin. Let's just go yang. And also with the sacral chakra, suppressed emotions are connected with the sacral. You know, it's watery. It's about flow. It's about the movement of the emotions. I'm sure just from me saying that, you can already see how it can translate across to your business, how the stories and beliefs you hold in your sacral can really affect your business. And when I'm talking about the new business paradigm, the sacral chakra plays a very strong role in the embodiment of anything I talk about really to do with the new business paradigm. But it's because it's a yin chakra. It's because it's so connected to the energy of flow. And that has not been a part of the traditional business model at all, or in a very limited, controlled way, not in the yin flowing way, which is why my equinox balance retreat is so important. It's important for a reset. Ooh, actually, I don't like using that word right now. Cancel that. It's important to return to harmony. That's better, isn't it? And we do get out of harmony, if you like. We do get out of balance. And so, fortunately, the equinox is twice a year. So twice a year, we get a chance to rebalance our energy and allow our sacral a stronger voice. So let's look at 3 ways that these stories can impact your business. I found it very hard to stick to 3. And I went, will I change it? Will I make it 4 or 5? In fact, I could have done 10. So I'm sticking to 3 so that I don't keep you here for the next 2 hours. But I've probably tried to cram 2 into one so I can get a little bit more in there. So anyway, let's start with what I've just been talking about, really. This fearing of the yin aspect of business, wanting it to be 24/7 yang, wanting it to be based on that traditional patriarchal model. Now, ultimately, this does come from that fear of the cycles. This does come from that fear of the death period, the in-breath, the rest time, the void. Oh my gosh, how scared are we of the void, the nothingness, the black? We want to be in the light all the time. We want things moving forward all the time. It is how we are programmed, and our poor sacral chakra suffers because of that. It gets out of balance. It's out of harmony. So what happens is that when you are in this yin time in business, not a created yin time like I might have with my week of no clients, where I say that's my yin week, but just in the cycles of business, when you have those yin times, such as no clients book in that week, or there is no income that comes in that week, and you go into full-on panic, and yet it's your business having yin time. It's the void. It's the in-breath. Okay, that you can experience this even when a long-term client finishes working with you and you are scared of the void that creates. And yet we know the void is necessary to attract in the new, to bring in the new, to create a space for the new, to create a new energetic foundation for the new. We know that mentally. But we have to know it right through our being. And while we are afraid of the void, while we are afraid of death, while we are afraid of the nothingness, it's very difficult to embrace that yin component. I talked about this in episode 64, the cycles of business. And I'm still not fully there yet. I am 500% better than I used to be around this. I have a lot more trust around this now. I can recognize the cycle. And when I'm in the cycle and I'm in that void, I know that it's a cycle, and so it will shift. So be gentle with yourself in the embracing of this, and know that you have been programmed to be a yang machine. Like, that's just a society. That's how we've been programmed. And so it is gradual. This shift to embracing the yin is gradual. And, we are so mental, which is that overly yang side, that to bring balance and harmony back to that and bring the yin into that it's scary, because we don't actually know what that looks like. Most of us don't. But my gosh, does it make a difference to your business when you embrace the yin? So another way that some stories in your sacral chakra can impact your business is through attracting clients in, attracting a tribe in. It is the chakra of attraction. And this is to do with the sexual, sensual energy. This is connected to many things. It's connected with you being authentic. The more you are true to your essence, the more attractive your sacral chakra energy is. But a big part of this attraction also comes from joy, from play, from fun, from spontaneity. Now, would you use those words to describe your business? Do you have fun in your business? Do you play? Do you allow spontaneity? Because if you do, it opens up your sacral chakra and really amplifies that attraction energy. It makes such a difference. And you might sense that in the way I show up, whether you're listening to me on the podcast, attending some of my lives. I have fun. And that fun comes through. And I'm sure that fun attracts you to me more, assuming you vibe with my sort of resonance. Well, you shouldn't be listening if you don't, but I'm glad you are. But that comes through. And so bring this into your business. It doesn't matter what sort of business you have. It doesn't matter if it's a serious topic. You can still bring through this joy in who you are. Because what will happen is, if that's not coming through and your attraction energy isn't amplified in your sacral, you will find that you are attracting people who are not resonant with you, or they're hard work. I mean, they're not hard work, but they feel like hard work, and they feel like hard work because they're not resonant with you. If they were resonant with the right person, then that feeling wouldn't be there. So this is a struggle. If your clients do not feel aligned to you, check out this attraction energy of your sacral chakra. Or likewise with your tribe. If you are finding you are not in a tribe that supports your energy, that supports your vibe. As I talked about in episode 44, is your tribe your true vibe? Again, tuning into your sacral, harnessing this energy of joy and flow and spontaneity and this lightness that comes with that, and amplifying your attraction energy will assist you in attracting in the tribe that you require for your business journey. And we all require a tribe for our business journey. It's a very lonely journey otherwise. Again, relationships. This is a part of the sacral chakra. And the third way that these stories can impact your business is through limitation, feeling like there is a limitation of resources, a limitation of opportunities, a limitation of clients. These feelings of limitation create a constriction around the sacral chakra. It stops it glowing almost. It stops that attraction energy. It constricts and it pulls it in and it blocks flow. And let's face it, abundance is flow. That's what abundance is. It is a flow of energy, a continuous flow. That's abundance. So have a look at your thoughts around limitation. So that could be something like, I'm an energy healer. Oh my gosh, there are too many energy healers out there and not enough clients. See, straight away, that constricts my sacral chakra. It blocks off the flow. Or something like, okay, here's one that I'm going to use as an example because I occasionally get it. I occasionally observe myself thinking this, that if money is tight for someone, they are going to choose to have a business strategy coach rather than work with me. Actually, I shouldn't have even said if it's tight, money's tight for someone, because in some ways that's showing that their sacral is constricted. But, if people have a choice to make and they're like, well, I could work with this person or this person, that they're much more likely to go with someone who's a strategy coach than go with someone like me who works with business energy. Now, I do occasionally get that little thought in. No, not very often anymore. But now and again, when I go into constriction, when I go into limitation and lack, I see it just sort of flicker across my mind, and straight away it's like, whoa, into my sacral. Okay, what can I do to bring more joy and more flow into my sacral? Maybe I just need to dance around here, okay, and just get that sacral chakra moving and get the energy flowing, just to actually shift the energy of that mental thought. So what are those thoughts of limitation that you might have, those beliefs of limitation, those stories of limitation that you might hold in your sacral chakra? And what can you do to help shift that energy? What joy and fun can you bring into your life? What will help you expand and open to the flow of this energy? Now, this could be, dancing, as I said before. It could be listening to a meditation like I will give you next week. It could be sexual pleasure, whatever really gets this energy moving, creating, doing a painting, whatever allows the flow of energy. Because the only reason that you do not feel abundant is simply that you are not tapped into the flow of energy. So how will you tap in? Well, one way is you could come to my Equinox Balance Retreat, because we will be tapping into that energy of flow very strongly as we bring this harmony to the yin and yang in your personal energy body and your business's energy body. So I do hope you can join me on Friday, September 23rd, which will be Thursday evening, the 22nd in North America. There is a recording. So even if you can't be live, still book in and get the recording. And then sometime over the weekend, you can do it in your space, when you can give yourself the gift of a couple of hours of yin time. So as I mentioned, I will put the link in the show notes, or go to my website, jacquelynatkins.com. And if you'd like to go to a deeper level of this and have a whole 6.5 hours play with me, just letting you know that there are still 3 spaces remaining for my in-person Biz Priestess retreat, which is on 2 days after the Equinox retreat. It's on Sunday, September 25th. It's at Mullumbimby, which is 20 minutes from Byron Bay, where I live. And that is going to be fun. That is going to activate your sacral chakra. We are going to have an amazing time together, exploring the business energy body, exploring your energy body, opening you up to receiving more, and also connecting you in more deeply with your soul path. So it's going to be fun. I've never offered this retreat before. So that's 395 Australian dollars. If you are interested, please send me an email. If you go to my website, jacquelynatkins.com, go to the contact and send me an email and say, I would love to be there. And I would love to have you if you feel drawn to this. Now, I know many of you do feel drawn to it, and it's just not feasible for you to get to Byron Bay. Maybe next year I'll look at holding it at other places. Let's see how this one goes. But I feel really drawn to those in-person connections, all part of the sacral chakra. So enjoy being reunited with your sacral, knowing that it will be a great support for you in your business. Until next time, have an alchemical week in your biz. Thanks for listening to Biz Alchemy. I'm Jacquelyn Atkins. If you'd love to know more about the energy of business, join my newsletter list at jacquelynatkins.com and check out my receiving channel on Patreon at patreon.com/Jacquelyn Atkins. Until next time, enjoy creating alchemy in your biz.